Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews, and today I have another Star Wars The Black Series figure unboxing for you, and this one is one I've been after for a little while now. It is the Gaming Greats Shadow Stormtrooper. Bloody marvellous.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
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 Don't make me destroy you.
Okay, so here we are. Here is the Shadow Trooper unboxed in all his glory, and I have to say this is probably one of the more interesting variants of the standard Stormtrooper design that we have seen. Obviously, this particular character, this particular design features very prominently in the Star Wars Force Unleashed game that was released about 10 years ago now, maybe less, maybe more, not entirely sure. But like I said, this character, this particular variation on the Stormtrooper featured very, very prominently, was one of the main sort of antagonists that you'd come across throughout that game. And I have to say, like I said at the start, it is a very interesting design. It's quite unique to the Stormtroopers that we have seen, and it features some pretty decent elements to it. I'm going to start from the bottom because this particular leg here, as you can see, it gives it that look that you can see right the way through it. And that's what I really like about this figure. It doesn't shy away from the internal mechanisms of the figure itself. It focuses purely on the design aesthetic of the particular character, if you like, from the video game. So obviously these characters phased in and out of invisibility, making it difficult for you to find them, track them, and dispatch them. So obviously what Hasbro have tried to do here is try to give you that effect that it is phasing in and out. And you can see that in sort of like the midriff area there and on the arms as well. But you can see it more than anything on this particular leg, where it does seem to be shifting out. And you can, if you look, see right there, you can see through it, although in a warped kind of fashion. So I really like that little bit of extra detailing there. There is that warped element to it, that shimmer almost. And you can see there on the upper thigh here as well, just above the knee, you can see some of the internal mechanisms of the way the knee works, which I think is pretty cool. It gives it that sort of interesting dynamic. It really does make it stand out when you put it against all the other Stormtroopers. There you go, some on the arm there. You can just see that perfectly in that light there, that little blue marker, and you can see the internal mechanisms of the joints. Doesn't distract from it at all. I think it actually gives it a bit more. Obviously, this is just a figure. This is just a toy, but it's, you know, not shying away from that and allowing sort of like the design of the figure to speak for itself. Obviously, you can see there in the midriff section, you know, a decent amount of internal elements of the figure of the character. The blue in general, as you can see in the eyes, the shoulder pauldrons there, is really, really good, really, really great. I like the colouring. It's a very, very distinctive variation of what we've seen, like I said, from other Stormtrooper figures before. And the black itself isn't just a solid black. You might just be able to see there is sort of like a shimmer to it, like a silvery tint in amongst the black, which just adds to the dynamic of the figure. I do think this is probably one of the more exciting Stormtrooper designs that they've made. Again, this is from a Legends piece of media. You know, you don't see these in the main canon at the moment. Disney seem to be retconning a lot of what they turned into Legends and making that part of mainstream canon. So who knows, we may see variants of the Shadow Troopers coming eventually. I mean, they've just done the Dark Troopers in The Mandalorian Season 2. You know, they were from a piece of Legends material, so who knows what the future will bring. But with this particular character, I'll just shift into one side, you get the standard Stormtrooper elements. You get the blaster there, obviously. which has no weathering at all, no elements of sort of the phasing in and out, which is a bit disappointing. I think if they'd have done some of the, the phasing, some of the invisibility elements with the blasters, I think that would have made it just that extra bit perfect, I think. Get the long rifle as well, which does have some silvery weathering to it. Nothing really to shout about, but you can see they're reflecting off the light, bit of silvering. But again, they should have done some of the blue and the black elements with these blasters just to give it that extra bit of quality. But there you go, that's the blasters there. And just coming back to the Stormtrooper himself, I mean, you can see reflecting in the light just the level of, shimmer that you get on the main piece of armor, and the blues, right the way through across the entirety of the helmet, the eyepieces, the mouth, and indeed on the breathing apparatus here. I just think it's pretty smart character, pretty smart figure. But there you have it. There is the Shadow Trooper in all his glory, like I said. Obviously, with this particular Stormtrooper, you do get a holster for the main blaster, which is pretty handy. I don't know why all the Stormtrooper figures don't come with the holster. There you are. Nice lovely holster there for him. And the main blaster rifle does just sit in quite nicely. No real effort there. Unlike some of the figures, they do tend to be a bit more difficult to get the rifling in, but there you are. There is the Shadow Trooper. And that is it for this particular unboxing, this particular video. I do really like it when it captures the light. You can see there, that light's just shimmered in there from this side. As you can see, when it captures the light, it really does stand out. It is a really, really good figure to showcase in a lighting setup. So I'm pretty sure you could play around with that if you're going to make photos of this particular figure. But there you have it for today. I'm going to leave it right there. If you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe to the channel for more unboxings and discussions about figures, movie reviews, and other bits of pop culture. But for now, thank you very much. Bye bye.